the day my boyfriend won his gold medal. I was so thrilled I stayed up all night. I baked a cake and was hiding behind the curtains, ready to surprise him. Instead, I overheard him talking to a friend, and with a casual, careless tone, he revealed the secret he'd kept from me for 4 years. At the old man's family gala, he said, "I'm going to show up with his very pregnant stepdaughter. That'll be a nice little surprise for him and that woman, don't you think?" The words hung in the air as he slammed the door behind him. A gust of wind billowed the curtains, revealing me. The cake in my hand slipped, crashing to the floor and splintering into a dozen pieces. So that was it. The 4 years we'd spent together, the love I thought we shared, was nothing more than a long, calculated revenge plot. Our 4 years of affection were a lie. His promises of a future for me and our child were a lie. His plan to take me home to meet his family was just a setup to humiliate my mother, his stepmother. The night air was bitingly cold. I picked up my phone, my fingers trembling as I dialed my mother's number. My voice shook. "Mom, you told me once that my stepfather has a son who refuses to come home." What's his name?" The line was noisy on her end, but my mother's voice was gentle. "His name is Addison McKinnon." My heart plummeted into an abyss. The phone slipped from my grasp and clattered on the floor. My mother's voice, now on speaker, sounded both warm and piercingly cruel. "He hasn't been home in years. All alone out there. He's a pitiable boy, really. Your stepfather mentioned he just won a big award, a real hero for the country. Why do you ask, sweetheart?" Addison's voice echoed in my head, the words he'd spoken in our living room just moments before. Her mother was a homewrecker who drove my own mom to a car crash with the stress. It caused my grandfather to have a fatal heart attack. She destroyed my family, and I will make her pay. The venom in his voice was like thunder in my ears. He really was my stepfather's son. Tears welled up, hot and fast. I took a shaky breath, forcing a smile I didn't feel. "No reason, Mom. Just curious." After hanging up, I shakily got to my feet and cleaned up the ruined cake. I walked into the bedroom and found the blue gift box Addison treasured, the one he kept hidden away. On the phone earlier, Addison had mentioned a name I'd never heard before. Vivian. In 4 years together, I never knew she existed. But inside the box were stacks of love letters, all written in Addison's hand, all addressed to her. My hands shook as I opened an envelope. The pages were filled with a profound, undeniable love for a woman named Vivian. A single tear fell, splashing onto the ink. I tilted my head back, blinking rapidly, trying to stop the flood, but it was no use. The tears fell relentlessly, a quiet storm mirroring the downpour outside. At 2 a.m, a cool draft swept through the apartment as the door opened. Addison, dressed in a black shirt, flipped on the lights, his long-fingered hands graceful even in their weariness. In the dim, warm light, I sat on the sofa, watching him. He looked exhausted but triumphant. "Addison," I asked, my voice flat. "Who is Vivian?" Just before, on the phone, Addison had coldly sealed my fate. "She doesn't deserve to have my child. After I get my revenge, I'll make her get rid of it. Vivian is coming back to the country soon, and I won't let this woman interfere with our relationship." At the mention of her name, Addison's tired eyes narrowed, locking onto me. "How do you know about her?" I had put the box and the letters back where I found them. I only held up the bookmark he'd been using for years. My voice was hoarse. "It's written right here. A gift from Vivian." He had cherished that bookmark for 3 years. It had come with a bracelet, the one he wore on his wrist every single day. He never took it off. I had asked about it once, and he had just gazed at it tenderly. It was a gift from an older sister who was very kind to me when I was young. My doubts had vanished then. I didn't press further. I never imagined his kind sister was actually his secret love. Addison's face darkened as he carefully snatched the bookmark from my hand. "What gives you the right to touch my things?" he snapped. "Clara, do you have any idea how important this is to me?" It was the first time he had ever raised his voice at me. My eyes reddened. "How important?" He gently placed the bookmark back inside his book. For a man so tall and imposing, standing at 6'2", a flicker of vulnerability crossed his features. 10 years ago, when I ran away from home, if